everything that seems to be associated with President Muhammadu Buhari seems to depreciate. The bar has gone more than 10 feet deep down. The bar we used to hold previous administrations, we seem not to be using it anymore. Every time they keep shifting the goalposts, the next thing, like, you begin to hear that, oh, you can't talk to the president. The president is old enough to be your grandfather. You can't call him clueless, incompetent, inept, even though he is clueless, incompetent, inept, and the decisions and policies he's making are not only affecting you, they're affecting your children and the unborn generation. They say to you, you can't say all of that to him because he's old enough to be your grandfather. I didn't vote the president to be my grandfather.
Human rights activist and co-founder of the Bring Back Our Girls movement, Aisha Yesufu, has criticized the government of President Muhammadu Buhari again. In a series of tweets targeted at the government, Yesufu stated that because she shares the same Islamic faith as the president and voted for him in the 2015 elections does not make her unqualified to criticize his shortcomings. Yesufu also criticized those who called out ex-president Goodluck Jonathan on his shortcomings but have been silent on those of President Buhari. She also buttressed her point with some verses of the Holy Quran. Following the controversial tweets, Yesufu's Twitter account was temporarily restricted by Twitter for a few hours. In response to this, Yesufu's close ally Obi Ezekwesili accused President Buhari's government of attempting to shut down the voice of Yesufu. After her account was unlocked by Twitter, Yesufu assured Nigerians that she would continue to be a voice for the less fortunate. In a viral video released earlier today, Yesufu also defended her criticism of President Buhari on the basis that Nigeria is too dangerous to remain silent, and she highlighted some critical challenges currently facing the Nigerian people.
We'd say Muhammadu Buhari is incompetent, clueless, and inept. We are not insulting him. We are just saying it as it is. As President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari has been incompetent, he has been clueless, he is inept and a failure. The state of security today is heartbreaking. Did you hear of the ABU students that were abducted? They could have been your children. They could have been you. Their parents had to pay ransom and they are back. I watched the video of one of the girls that was returned. See the way she was crying. But you know something? When she was being taken away, they didn't ask whether the incompetent Muhammadu Buhari was her president. It didn't matter. They didn't ask whether she was APC, PDP or whatever. They didn't ask whether she was from the north or from the south. They didn't ask whether she was a Muslim or a Christian. They didn't ask what tribe she was. They took her along other fellow students and other people. What about those who have not been able to pay ransom? Is this how we are going to live our life in this country?
Rootstv Nigeria.